This is a Squier Classic Vibe Jazzmaster. I am in a series currently where I am just making videos about as many guitars as I possibly can until I run out of time to make videos today. So that's why you're going to see a lot of me in these blue jeans and black shirt. But yeah, this is my Jazzmaster, and I love this thing. I picked this thing up for an absolute steal from Guitar Center, and it's really the only reason why I own this thing, because I bought this like, I don't know, I want to say like a month or so after I bought my J Mascis, and just like went and did a whole mod project on that. Yeah, that I talk about in the video as well. But this is more of like a review of this guitar, because this is more of an off-the-shelf type of a thing. Whereas I don't know if I could fully call the J Mascis video a review, because I basically changed everything about the bridge and the electronics and stuff. But this is pretty bone stock, despite the pickguard and the potentiometers looking a little different. But no, they still have the 1 meg alpha pots in here. They've got the 50 meg alpha pots up here. And the reason why I know for a fact that they're alpha, because I took off the pickguard and I swapped out the tortoiseshell with black. I originally had a black metallic one planned to go in here, but it came in and had a bunch of defects. So I was like, okay, I got this black one laying around. So yeah, fits just fine. I'm really digging the almost like Oreo cookie thing going on here. I've got the white, the black, the chrome, the white. Yeah, it's looking really cool. But yeah, aside from like the physical stuff, like the, you know, the knobs and the pick guard and whatever, I really didn't do anything too crazy to this guitar. I don't honestly know if I will, because I really enjoy the way that these ceramic Jazzmaster pickups sound. It's kind of actually something that's special about this guitar, because typically Jazzmasters come loaded with Alnico 5 magnet pickups, and these are Jazzmasters, but they're ceramic. And they give like this like really hot, almost like Telecaster-esque twang to it. Like, yeah, I am really loving the way that that bridge pickup sounds. I ripped out that J Mascis pickup right away because it was a little bit too fat. This is like the opposite. There is like no low end to this pickup, and honestly, it's kind of sick, especially when you layer it up with a bass in a mix. It's just like, ooh, you're really letting that bass shine, and there's plenty of room for vocals too. It's not really like colliding with anything, and it's probably like the beauty of working with single coil pickups, as a metal guy who's worked with humbuckers his whole life. You know, didn't really think about that until just now, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. The only other mod that I really did to this guitar was the nut. When I first bought this guitar used from Guitar Center, it came in and the nut was broken, but I've got a Tusk nut on here right now, and it is just perfect. Right out of the box, I didn't really have to even like modify anything. Yeah, the bridge is stock, tailpiece is stock. Yeah, everything's stock. Ah, crap. You know what? One thing that I did actually kind of mod about this guitar, I put gold strap buttons on here. They're not gold intentionally. They're just what I had laying around. The stock Classic Vibe strap knobs, for some reason, they didn't fit my D'Addario strap button lock thingy. It's one of these things where it's got like the little plastic hook in here, and then it just kind of, yeah, it just kind of does like this number. And then, yeah, for some reason it didn't fit in the stock ones. So I just took what I had laying around from a different build, and they fit perfectly. Maybe one day I'll replace it with chrome. Maybe one day I won't. But actually it looks kind of cool with the gold. A little bit of personality. I like personality in my guitars, if you haven't figured that out by now. There's always like something that I have to tweak about my guitars. So with all my mods out of the way, let's talk a little bit about buying this guitar and if I would recommend this specific model to anybody. Actually, let's talk about the recommendation first, because yes. If this is a first guitar, or like a first like serious guitar, it's kind of like what I say about the bass. If it's your first serious bass, or like you're just getting into it, or maybe you're a bass player and you want a guitar, you know, I'm going to do the reverse thing that I did in the bass video. This thing is freaking amazing, and it is so incredibly versatile. It's not like when you have a Squier Stratocaster And in my opinion, Squier Stratocaster pickups, they sound god-awful, especially when you try to like do the chug thing with them. But the thing is that it doesn't just do the chug thing, it also does... It just cleans like really nicely. I mean, that was just all the pickup selections. Actually, you know what, while I'm here, let's do the rhythm circuit too. Actually, you know what, let's do a full pickup thing going here. So clean, we'll go. That's the bridge, middle. Neck. Rhythm circuit. All right, and now to the distortion channel. Let's start with the bridge. Middle position. Neck position. And now rhythm circuit. So now that I've talked a little bit about this guitar and the sounds and my thoughts on it, I'm gonna talk about how I got this guitar. And obviously I said I got it from Guitar Center, but the thing is that this is kind of a really underrated way of doing this. I went to the used section and I typed in fair. Just out of curiosity, I was like, I wonder what like the Olympic white ones look like, because I got the like, what is it, like antique or whatever that comes with the J Mascis antique white or whatever it is. It's like a worn thing. So I was like, what does it look like? And then I saw this puppy on there and it was listed for $150. I was like, okay. And I mean, when I got it, it had the cracked nut, but that's like what, like a $20 replacement. And then it did have, okay, so right now it's got this shiner on the back. That's from me. That started as a crack in the finish right here. Yeah, but you know, I'm a little bit of a picker. So, I'm fiddling around things. I picked it and eventually it just kind of chipped right off. So that's an entirely user error type thing. I'm not gonna blame Guitar Center for me being fiddly. Anyway, I just figured that it was like a really important thing to talk about, because too many times I see people talking about buying like really expensive gear when used stuff is right around the corner. Even if it's in like fair or like not so great condition, you can easily modify guitars to either make them your own if they're pretty rough, or swap out the pickups if it's like a Squier that's from like 2001. I don't know if you can tell, but I've gone down this rabbit hole of buying lesser expensive guitars and making them these really just souped up things that fit exactly what I need for them. You know, it's funny, making this video here about a guitar that I've not modified too much, it makes me feel like I should probably at some point make a video series just about like modding guitars, like how to swap pickups, how to know wiring schematics and stuff, soldering 101 type of a thing, just like really like basic stuff, or even how to like get different tuners on your guitars, because something I didn't know when I was putting in new tuners on my Squier, where is my Squier? Whoops, right here. Something I didn't know, for example, was I've got this old Squier Bullet I'll talk about in another video, but I've got these tuners on it, these Geiger tuners, and they didn't fit when I initially got this guitar. I had to retrofit the hole for the tuners in order to get it to actually fit in there. And I had to drill additional pilot holes for the little studs that go in that hold it in place. So I don't know. If there's like any other things that you can think of for me to make little like modding tutorials on, or even how to pick pickups for your specific needs. I think I floated the idea in another video of doing a pickup comparison because I have a whole bunch of different pickups. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if there's any like mod style videos you'd be interested in seeing. But for now, this is the Squier Classic Vibe Jazzmaster. If you like this video, leave it a like. I know I have a tendency to get on tangents. It's kind of like when I had a college professor who would be like, okay, and I'm going to release you guys soon. And then just talks and talks for like another like 30 minutes. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Like that, chill. I learned a lot. Yeah, I guess I'm turning into that type of guy. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. If you like this format, subscribe and let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. See ya.